Hi friends, welcome to Akkapur Chokkapan YouTube channel. All of you know that IBPS has released the notification for the specialist officer. In this video, I will be sharing the details of agricultural field officer. The video can be divided into three parts. In the first part, I will be explaining the details in the official notification. This first part will be useful for the freshers who are going to the exam for the first time. If you are a senior aspirant, you can move to the second and third part of the video where I will be discussing the cutoff marks of previous year and preparation strategies, then my experience in the AFO preparations. Guys, as it is my debut video in YouTube, kindly provide your feedback in the comment section. Like and share this video with your friends and don't forget to subscribe this channel for further updates. That's it guys, let's go on to the video. Friends, as I said earlier, this is the first part of our video. This is mainly for fresher candidates. If you are a senior aspirant, you can skip this video and can join later part of this video. Here is the official notification of IBPS AFO for the year 2021 and 2022. The tentative regarding the tentative dates, application starts from 3rd November of 2021 and you can apply till 23rd November 2021. Then your call letter will be available before 15 days before the examination, and your preliminary examination is scheduled on 26th of December 2021. Every year IBPS conducting the preliminary examination of IBPS AFO on the last weekend of December, and your result will be available after 7 to 10 working days of your preliminary examination. Later mains examination will be held on 8th of January 2022. Here as same like prelims, you can get the results after 7 to 10 working days. Then you can start your interview preparation. Interview will be on February to March 2022, and your professional admit, that is the final results, will be available on 1st of April 2022. This is the regular procedure followed by IBPS every year. Regarding eligible criteria, maximum age is 30 years, but you will get relaxation based on your category. Meanwhile, the educational qualification, all the courses offered by the state agriculture universities are recognized by the ICR, are eligible for this like BSc agriculture, horticulture, or fishery science, dairy science, or agri engineering, or food science, forestry. All the courses are eligible, and the your cutoff date for your qualification is 23rd 11 2021. That means before 23rd of November your result should be declared. Here is the age relaxation limit for different categories of candidates. This is the main part of the notification, which is your examination pattern. Prelims exam will be in three parts like English language, reasoning, and aptitude. Each have 50 questions, and reasoning and aptitude have 1 mark each. That means one question will carry 1 mark, but English each question carries 0.5 mark. There is a time limit for your examination. Every section have 40 minutes. After 40 minutes you cannot continue in the same session. Regarding mains examination, your time is 45 minutes and you have 60 questions. Each question carries 1 mark, and the questions will be from agriculture and fishery science, veterinary science. Questions come from the different disciplines. Another important matter is that you have negative mark, that is for every wrong answer 1/4 of the mark or 0.25 mark will be deducted from your total mark. That means if you attempt a wrong question, you will be deducted 0.25 mark or 1/4 of that question. It means if a question has 1 mark, then you will be deducted 0.25 for that wrong answer. Remember that you have separate cutoff for each section, and you should clear that separate cutoff, and then you have to clear the total cutoff also. Regarding cutoff, I will be explaining in detail in the later part of this video. After appearing for the examination, you get results in 7 to 10 working days. Regarding marks, you can see your preliminary marks. Then if you qualify mains and you qualify for interview, you cannot see your mark before completing your interview. Final selection is for 100 marks, that 80 marks for written examination and 20 mark for interview. That 80 mark will be converted from the 60 mark of your mains examination. I will tell later about the conversion factor. List of documents to be produced at the time of interview. Everybody know that we are applying, we are not uploading any documents, that our documents will be verified before the interview process. Without having the valid documents or original documents, you will be not permitted for the interview. So make sure that you have all these documents. Then identity verification. During the examination, whether it prelims or mains or interview, you should bring an original photo ID for verifying yourself. That invigilator will verify your name, so that your ID proof should have correct spelling of your name. If it is not, you should make sure that it is correct, and you should use the same photograph as you applied in the application. Then this is the handwritten declaration sample. This you should write in your own handwriting, and you have to scan and submit this hand declaration with your application. The application charges for the different categories. You should use the same photo, and you should make sure that you have adequate copies of that for further examination process. And the intimation regarding your exam date and results date, it will be informed to you through SMS or email. After getting email, you can check the IBPS portal for your results and marks. Then there is a most important one is the number of vacancies. You might have heard that number of vacancies this year is nearly more than twice of the last year. Last year it was around 448 I think. Then this year it will be 884. And another good news is that only few banks are reported their vacancies. Most of the banks are not reported their vacancies, which means they will report in the later part of this requirement. Before announcing final results, these vacancies will be counted. I guess that these total vacancies may go up to 1100. And some of the guidelines for uploading your documents, that is photograph your document should be in specified size only. If you upload document less than that size or more than that size, it will not be, you cannot upload that document. This vacancies for the previous year, you can note that number of the vacancies in the last year, it was only 485. This year it is nearly doubled. This is for the year 2018 and 19. Here it was 670. This is the overall cutoff for the last year out of 125 for the different category. For general 40.88, EWS and OBC 45.88, and it differs based on this category and competition, and you should get the overall mark. Other than this, you should have get individual scores. Other than this, you should qualify the individual section. That is every individual section have some sectional cutoff. These are the sectional cutoff. You should qualify the sectional cutoff as well as the total cutoff. Then only you will be qualified for mains examination. In case of last year, the preliminary examination English language, you should have scored 2.75 mark out of 25. Then 2.5 for reasoning and 5.75 for aptitude. If you score above the marks only, you will be qualified for mains examination. Preliminary examination cutoff mark for previous years since 2016-17. First, you note the total cutoff, that is out of 125. This is the last year, it was 40.88, and earlier it was 36.25. You can note that every year cutoff is also increasing, and the main part is the English language. Of the candidates couldn't qualify, they will clear the total cutoff, but they could not make the sectional cutoff of the English language. So you should have special care for this English language. Another important is the mains cutoff mark for the year 2021-20, that is last year. Here you can see that your mains marks for out of 60, that is 41 for OBC, EWS and unreserved, 36 and 33 for SC and ST respectively. In this case your mains marks will be 60, and if in your final selection your marks will be 100, that is 80 plus 20. For that you have to convert your marks from 60 to 80, that is for this case you have to multiply your mark with 1.33, which makes your marks to 80. That is, if you scored 41 mark, then you should multiply your mark with 1.33. Maximum mark for the interview is 20. That more your interview mark is based on your performance. So the most of the candidates will be, the mark range will be from 11 to 18 marks. The overall cutoff for the last year for the general category 86.93 and OBC category 83.80 and EWS 79.47 for ST and 78.67 for SC category. Mains cutoff and final cutoff for the previous year, last year 83.80, then previous year 64, previous year 48. Guys, you can note that every year the cutoff marks are increasing, which means that your competition is very high, so that you should prepare very well. Then this is for OBC category only. General, it may be plus or minus 5 marks for general and other categories. Here is the main part of our video, that is preparation strategy. First of all, we should know that IBBS is a mystery where they will be giving suspense every year to the candidates. If you are a senior aspirant, you could realize that from your previous examination. Why I am saying this means IBBS every year handling a new strategy in setting question paper and fixing cutoffs. Candidates should update themselves to keep in the race. Regarding prelims, the main strategy is practicing and fastness and accuracy and smartness. First one is practice. Whereas the preliminary exam is to access our mental ability of the candidates, so that we have to practice so much, so that only we will be very comfortable with that type of questions. So that many websites are there offering questions like mark testers like ADA, GradeUp, Oliveboard. Candidate can enroll in any one of these websites, or else other websites who are providing preliminary examination mark, so that you practice very well. Only thing in succeed in prelims is practice is the key. Meanwhile, spend some reasonable time on correcting your answer. Means do not skip your correction. After attending the examination, you see what are the questions you have correctly done, what is your way. Then only you can know that what is your weakness and what is your strength. With this analysis, you can frame your own strategy. Then this is a time against challenge. Time is a crucial. So don't spend more time on the unknown questions, so that solve the questions which you know very well first. Then next, my advice is, if you are appearing for a IBBS AFO only, you should also apply for the IBBS PO or clerk. Maybe I think PO, IBBS PO will be earlier than preliminary exam will be conducted earlier than the IBBS AFO, so that you can get the pattern that how the questions will be there for the IBBS AFO. This will be a preliminary trial, so that all of you kindly apply for IBBS PO. I think and still dates are there, so that you can appear for the IBBS PO. Same trend will be followed in the IBBS AFO. And other one is the accuracy. This is the most important one, whereas we have negative mark, so that we should be very careful in attending questions. If you attend 10 questions, if you are okay, if you are confident enough in 10 questions, it is enough. Unnecessarily we should not attend unknown questions. Otherwise, the section wise test means that you can take this section wise test. Section wise test only will help you to know your weakness, that whether you are good in the part like syllogism or bustle. You have to practice very well, then only you can know that where we are making mistakes. When you are seeing as a whole 50 marks, you have to divide into different parts, then practice well. That will help you in the preliminary examination. That then you should be in specialized in any one part. That is, every candidate cannot shine in the all the parts. Like every candidate cannot, the person who are doing English very well cannot do the aptitude part, or else the person who are doing aptitude or reasoning part cannot do well in the English part. So that you should analyze yourself, and you can come to the point that where we stand and where we can improve. Meanwhile, that there is some part that you can improve, but you might have very well versed, or you could have performed very well in some part. We should focus more on the where we are very well, so that it will be added advantage to us. Then many of these senior candidates might have that in aptitude they will be attending very few questions only. In that case, we have to be very well with that few parts, because there may be a new models in the upcoming examiners, so that we have to try all the models in this parts, like quadratic equation, missing numbers, chart, work on new models. We have to work on the new models, like where we can get new models. We have to regularly attend the examination, like VBS, PO, clerk. Then only we can know that this type of questions are asked. This will help you in your prelims examination. Then in case of reasoning, Bussells, if you actually Bussells will be set questions, where will be, if you solve a Bussell, you can answer 5 questions, so that you can give priority to that Bussells, so that we will get the whole 5 marks, rather than solving spending 2 or 3 minutes to a single question where it will give you only 1 mark. So that act very wisely. Then reasoning, many of the candidates might be looking on the distance and directions, logarithm, blood relation. My kind advice is that people who are working, who are planning like this, they have to be very well versed with this selective topics, so that only they can perform very well. Then, and the important one is the English. English is the main part where many of the candidates are lacking. That many of the candidates will be not qualified because of the English marks, so that they will attend the total cutoff from aptitude or reasoning, but they cannot clear the sectional cutoff of English. So that if you found that if you are weak in English, you should be very cautious about handling the English questions. You should try the newspapers. And the reason for telling candidates to read the newspaper is while reading newspaper, we will get some new words, vocabulary, and reading comprehension. We can get the grasp the points very quickly if you practice reading newspaper. So that this is the reason why candidates are advised to read newspapers regularly. And the other one, that English, is that in English we have to be very good in the grammar, or else at least we should practice some mock tests, so that only we will get some idea about this grammar and what type of questions are asked, like that. Regarding mains examination, this is the most important one. That is, we have to collect the previous year question papers for at least 4 to 5 years. Why 4 to 5 years? Means we have to analyze the questions where the questions, most of the questions are asked. You can get the trend of these questions, where that sometimes it will be very hard to attend the approach questions, whereas other years it will be very easy. Like last year it was very easy, and every candidate can attend the all 50 questions, like that, and like that where they framed the questions. So that, but all the year this will not be repeated, so that we have to be very careful, and we have to analyze and know the trend of the question paper. This you will get this with analyzing the examination only. Then other one is you have to limit yourself, that we cannot study all the part, we need not to be study everything, so that we have to do selective study. How can we select the discipline? Means by analyzing the previous year questions only, we will get which one is important, which one is not important. We have to give more importance to the what is very important to the examination, that is which are asked in the previous year examinations. And there is very there is lot of material, like there is very lot of material in the Telegram channels. Many Telegram channels will be providing. This is very important, this is very useful, like that they will be give, but you have to select. You should not depend on all the materials. You should select which is related to your examination. Will be very useful. You should be very precise on selecting the exam material, that you should study very less and you have to repeat, we have to revise the same one. So this only will help you. And you should understand that questions are most of the questions are asked from the very open sources and authentic sources, like government, which are the ministries websites, or some ministries releasing some statistics, or like census data or schemes, or like that only. That are questions are comes from the open and authentic source only, which means not in any coaching institutes books. That's many of the coaching institutes are there, they are providing material, which means they are comprising all the material from these are open sources and they are giving to you. But it is not means that you are necessarily to buy that, because unless otherwise you can afford that, you can go for that course. But it's not necessary that everyone should have the course, they can clear the examination. Not like that. Many candidates are clearing the examination without any course, as they are only relying on the government and data and authentic data. And we cannot guess the IBBS, so that, as I said earlier, we cannot guess IBBS. There is 3 types of question paper. The first one is the very basic, this means 3 types of questions can be expected. That one is very general and basic, like last year. This is very easy. This needs not much preparation, but very high cutoff will be there, because every candidate know the 50 questions, means everyone will be attending 50 questions, where here who will succeed means who avoids the careless mistakes and who are accurately attending the questions only will be selected. And the second one is the moderate one, which means questions where will be balance of mixed disciplines, like various disciplines, like veterinary, fishery science and food science, or else sericulture, like that questions will be there. Here the candidates with the vast knowledge on allied subjects scores very well. This who scores. And your question is, when your question is moderate, here the candidates can make some guesses up to some extent, that when we can eliminate the answers, 2 or 3 options, we can go for that question. But if you never heard about some question, you should not attend that question. In this, if the questions are moderate type, that the candidates who are having vast knowledge and who makes the correct guess succeeds in this type of the examination. And the third one will be very hard type of the question answer. This type of questions were asked in 2017 and 2018, where these questions are mostly from data, which means they expect only numbers, like most of the candidate may not remember all the data, or we may skip during our study. That will be schemes and subsidy pattern, which category will get how much percentage, and NABARD norms, then spacing for our crops and pH range of our crops, and etc. These are the areas where candidates may not focus very much. Here the candidate who attends what they know exactly, this is the accuracy, because some students will attend all the questions thinking that every questions are very hard, so that we can attend all the questions, at least we can get some minimum marks. But this will not work in this case, whereas you can get only negative marks in this case. If question is very hard, we cannot make very blind guesses, that when you are knowing the correctly know the answer only, you can answer the questions. If questions are tough, cutoffs also low, so we need to maintain very accuracy. That questions are hard means everyone will be telling that questions will be tough only, so that we have to limit ourselves to what we know. This only will help in this type of questions. here is the some thrust areas where questions are repeatedly asking. These are merely based on the previous year questions and my experience. Here is the some of the open sources like ICR courses or TNU courses. Here is the many of the questions were directly asked from this material, like whether in animal husbandry or fishery science or in soil science. Many of the questions were directly asked from this course materials like ICR courses. You can search and get from the website itself, or ICR course or TNAU course. These are be very important to the candidates, because this we have to study the basics from all these courses. Then other my advice is you have to study the all BS Agri courses, that is very basic courses. We have to know what is what. If agronomy means what is which are the crops are there, what is their special practices, what is their yield, so that we have some basic idea about that. Other than this, some general agriculture books like R.K. Sharma or Nimrod Chunga or some other books will be there. You can study any one of the basics general agriculture book, then you can skip to these courses, these basic agri courses like TNAV courses or ICRE courses. Agronomy, more questions on the basic crops, like most important crops, their classification, how they are classified, then their seeded, then their tillage and their yield, and some questions more repeatedly asked on how the tillage practices and the types of tillage, like contour farming, terrace farming, like that the questions are asking. Then most of the time questions are compulsorily asked in the drip irrigation or sprinkler irrigation, their efficiency, then what's. And the next one is the more data, that is production statistics. Every year Ministry of Agriculture releases the data regarding the yield productivity of crops, including agricultural crops, food crops and horticulture crops, vegetables, fruits, flowers. These are medicinal crops. These are most important. That from this data only many questions arises from the previous year examinations. And other data like wasteland data, and which is means which state have highest area, which state have lowest area in the wasteland, which state have highest production in the crop productivity, like that questions will be asked. Then the sometimes questions are asked in the wages for the agricultural labors, which state have highest providing highest wages to the labor, like that questions were asked. Then the forest area of the India and the state-wise forest area, their percentage should be their the top by and least by state. You should know this top by and least by. Some of the questions may be expected from the livestock census, that which state have more number of goat population, like that which state is having high milk production, like that questions can be expected. The next one is the soil science. Soil science is the most important one regarding the IBPS AFO mains examination, because we can expect the repeated questions are asked from this part, like that's nutrient deficiency. Each year you can guess 2 to 5 questions are asked from this nutrient deficiency. And other one is the EC pH of the problematic soils, and some of the fertilizer types and their nutrient percentage will be asked. And then the soil type, which soil type is good for nursery, or which soil holds the maximum water, then permanent wilting point, like that questions will be. Then soil physical properties or chemical properties, questions are based on this. And some of the measures from soil and water conservation, like soil erosion control measures, like that wind erosion, questions are asked from this category, these areas also. Questions are asked from the plant production aspects also. In this we have to know the major pest and diseases of the important crops cultivated in the India, like that there will be their characters and what are the symptoms they cause, like that only we can expect the questions. And other one is the allied sector, like sericulture, mushroom cultivation, or as beekeeping, like that questions will be in different breeds of bees and mushrooms, also many types of mushrooms, and sericulture also many types of silkworms are there, so that their scientific name will be asked. So that we have to be very clear about the basics of the every subject, so that this only will help us, so that we need not to be study very deep. We have to be very peculiar, and we should know the basic details of every subject. And another most important one is the veterinary subject, whereas animal husbandry, here you can refer the TNU e-course material, and whereas some of the important breeds are there, their characters, their milk yield, and their specific characters, and this will be asked and some, as I mentioned, that special characters, so goat will have some special character, the vaccination, what are the diseases cattle diseases are there, what are the vaccines are provided to that. So this is also important matter. The other one is the processing, milk collection and milk processing. Some of the questions were asked from what is the SNF content of the double toned milk, like that the questions can be expected. These are asked in the previous year examination. And the next one is the agricultural engineering. This is also important one, that some of the farm machineries, implements, efficiency related questions are asked, that some power tiller can be what is the efficiency of power tiller, and when the power tiller were introduced into India, like that questions can be asked. Then next one is the fisheries also have, we can expect it to 3 to 5 questions every year in the fishery science, that some of the breeds related to fishes and the rearing practice of prawn, shrimp, and some of the questions related to inland fishing, that which state have highest inland water, or which lake is suitable, which is a saltwater lake, like that questions were asked, and where that which state produces more inland fishes, like that questions were expected. And the other one is the agroforestry questions. Every year agroforestry questions are asked, that which type of agroforestry system is that, and the questions of the some of the trees or fodders used in the agroforestry system can be also expected. And some of the questions related to plant breeding and seed science, some of the very basic questions, like seed are used, what is the isolation distance, and what is the color of seed tag, like that questions were asked. And another most important area is the horticulture, where this most of important crop varieties, their spacing, their pH range, their yield, and deficiency symptoms, and some of the special practices. Every crop have some special and peculiar practices that should be read very carefully, and pest and diseases of the crops, and a maturity index, and a harvesting index, or some post harvest practices are there, or some deficiencies in the peculiar to the crops are there. These are the areas where we should concentrate more, so that only set on the basics, so that we cannot expect more interior questions. We can expect very basic questions. To know that basic, we should be very well versed with all the basics. And the most important other one is the NABARD bankable projects, where NABARD are releasing the bankable projects for every sector, like goat farming, or shrimp rearing, or else coconut cultivation, like that. They are releasing some bankable project, so that we can expect the direct questions from that bankable project itself. Previously the questions were asked from this area, so that we have to be very clear on this. And the other one is the schemes means every ministry releases a new scheme, maybe every year or every 6 months once they will be releasing new schemes, so that we have to be very well versed with these schemes. For the schemes, we have to refer the websites of ministries like agriculture and farmers welfare, and dairy, fisheries, and rural development. We have to, in the schemes, we have to know that when they have launched, and what is the special features, and what is their achievement, what is their target till date, and what is the eligibility criteria for the beneficiaries, like that questions can be expected. And the other one is the budget details, budget or agricultural credit. Many questions are asked from that. Which sector received more fund, like that, which scheme, what is the allotment for the financial year for this scheme, like that, what is the allotted fund for soil health card for the financial year, like that questions can be asked. And we have to know the subsidy details of these schemes, like so if some schemes are there, some they will be giving some implement or machineries, there will be some percentage of subsidy. So it will be very important to note that all these factors. And other miscellaneous data is we can expect, and we can face the unexpected questions. That questions were ranging from the export import data. They will be asking who are the maximum importers of rose or cut flower from India, like that they will be asking. So that export import data, this will be available from APIDA website. And agricultural census, whereas which state have maximum land holding, which state have maximum agricultural wages or agricultural labors, they can be asking that. As I said earlier, food grain production, what is the food grain production target, what is the fourth advance estimate, and what is the total production of food crops or horticulture crops or medicinal crops, the questions can be expected from this aspect. And some of the policies on the agriculture, like some of the agricultural schemes or agricultural, like new formulas, like that every year they will be sometimes they will be framing new policies or rules regarding agriculture and rural development. This is also important. And some of the questions are from the minimum support price and agricultural marketing, APMCs or ENAM, like that questions can be asked. And other from the food parks and MSME sector and agroclimatic zones, GA tag, like that the many sectors are there to be asked. So that we have to be very well versed with the basics of all this area. My final words are, we have to do very smart, or that we have to be very selective in studying, so that we have to study very less, we have to practice the more. This one will help you. And don't spend more much on buying courses or like that. We have to, most of the questions are asked from the most authentic and reliable data only, so that that are available in open sources, so that you can refer that. And first be thorough on basics, then go to the data part, like that. We have to be very basics, study very basic, like that general agriculture or TNE courses. We have to be very well versed with the basics, then we can go about the data like production data or else some agricultural census, like that we can go. First we have to be very well versed with the basics, because that every year we cannot expect that data only will be asked. So that we should be very ready, we should be ready to face any type of question. And the trust, as I said earlier, trust open source materials, authentic data like NABARD, National Agriculture Board, Rapido, and budget details and websites of ministries. And other important is for every new agri-related news, you can rely on the PIB news, that is Press Information Bureau news. You can search topic wise data in the PIB, so that we will get the details of the schemes and other agricultural policies. And the other one is in mains examination, you have to try to eliminate the answers, eliminate the options, so that every questions we cannot know all the 50 questions, whereas 5 to 10 questions can be answered by eliminating the options. So eliminating the option is very crucial in the mains examination, where that many of the students are succeeding very well by answering by choosing correct answer by eliminating the choices option itself. So it will be very useful. You have to practice more on the eliminating the options. Then other one is the don't attend the questions you never heard. So I already told that I have already told that we should not attend the questions which we never heard about it. So that if you are sure, or you can eliminate 2 or 3 options, then you can go for that questions. Without knowing you might have not heard that word or question, but you should not try to answer that question. It will lead to negative mark. So that be precise, be accurate. So this only will help you guys. That's it guys, this is what I wanted to share with you guys. I hope that you will like this video. If you like this video, share with your friends and share your feedback in the comment section. Stay tuned. All the best for your preparations. Thank you.